first time, the majority of Americans, 54%, said they believe that gay marriage should be the law of the land. The majority of Americans. But how long did that take? Too long. This movement in 6 weeks, 59% say they agree with the aims and goals of this movement. And yet the media keeps asking the question, what are your aims? What are your goals? I think it's quite clear by the name, Occupy Wall Street. Period. And if you need a definition of that, it means we, the people, want to occupy the economy that is ours. This is a democracy. It's as simple as that. We're demanding democracy. This is our democracy movement. And I want to just say something here and give some credit to somebody, because people, they keep asking again, who started this? Who's the instigator of this? You know, and I say, first of all, we're all instigators. And there are no leaders because we're all the leaders of this movement. And there's no spokesperson. We're all spokespeople. Anybody here can speak at the General Assembly. Right? So...
Time to end the Fed! Time to end the Fed!
All right, get ready for the important part. Oh, Michael Moore was singing the time today. What's happened to him? Oh, thank you so much. Just sit here.
You put LSD in there.
I wore a sweatshirt today because I figured I was in San Francisco. And there's only like 5 warm days out of the year here. But this turned out to be a nice one, didn't it? Yeah. No, that I wanted to say something about if they're trying to find out who instigated this. We owe a lot to the Arab Spring and the democracy movements that were and are taking place across the Arab world. And we owe a lot to that young man in Tunisia who couldn't take it anymore and set himself on fire to make this statement that really ignited this movement. But even before that, what got him upset, what got him politically charged, was that he read the truth about the corruption of his own government that was supplied to him by WikiLeaks. And where did WikiLeaks get that information? Allegedly, from a young private, a gay soldier by the name of Bradley Manning. And let's give it up to Bradley Manning. It is completely sad and tragic and criminal that he is still in jail, having not been charged with a crime or put on trial, after doing a very brave thing that when you draw the connecting lines from A to B to C, we're here in part today because of his courage. And we must not forget that. Will you promise me that? Yeah. Bradley Manning Plaza, that's a good idea. Some consensus on this. People in favor? Opposed? All right. Thank you for having me here today at Bradley Manning Plaza. So, in conclusion, I'm going to head over out to Grass Valley, because I'm trying to also go to these small towns where this is happening and support their efforts. I'm going to go out to Nevada County, because if it's happening there, you know it's everywhere. You're not alone. And if people ask you, well, what has this accomplished? Occupy SF. What has this accomplished? It's already had some incredible victories. Victory number one, it has killed despair. The despair that so many Americans have felt. So many people thinking there's no way out of this. I'm alone. Or it's just me and a few friends. Now they've seen across the country that they're not alone. That they are in fact in the majority. This movement has eliminated that feeling of despair. The second thing it's done, it has killed apathy. It has killed apathy. There are so many people who haven't been involved, who've just been sitting at home, angry and upset, but figuring, what can I do? A question that should never be asked in a democracy. What can I do? In the sense of, in other words, there's nothing I can do. That is over. That is over. People, every week this thing builds. Every week it grows. Because people are coming out of that place of apathy. The third thing that this has done is it has changed the national discussion. They don't talk about the debt ceiling anymore, do they? Or the deficit. That was just 6 weeks ago. That's what they were talking about 6 weeks ago. That's gone now, isn't it? This is what they're talking about. The issues of this. That is what they're talking about. You helped to change that. So, remember, this is just the infancy of this movement. And remember, too, that it's good that it's not, quote, organized. I think that's been its success, in fact. So, beware of any group or individuals who want to co-opt this or turn it into a left Tea Party. Don't compare us to the Tea Party. That's something funded by the Koch brothers. All right? This is supported by the majority of the American people. Never forget that. So, I know we're in a General Assembly here, and we need to let other people speak. Everybody in this park has a story to tell. And I tell this to the media who are here. Everybody here has a story about what it's like not to have health insurance, what it's like not to have a job, or to have a job, but to be told that you have to take less money. People in this park know what it's like to have their house underwater. Students here know what it's like to be in debt at the age of 22 in hock for the next 20 plus years of their lives. No other civilized country does that to their young people. In other countries, they make sure they can afford to go to college, and in many countries, such as France, they don't pay to go to college. And it doesn't matter in France whether you go to a trade school or the Sorbonne. You go for free. You go for free. Why is that? I mean, you have to pay for your books, and there's a few fees. In fact, they will have demonstrations over, a fee raise of 20 euros. But why do the French do that? Are they better than us? I don't think so. I mean, as human beings, right? We're all human beings. We're all basically good at our core. So why do the French do this? They do it because they want to live in a society that's not only civilized, that not only treats each other well, but a society that can get better. You can't get better if you have an uneducated country. If you have a lousy education, things will not advance and get better. We will not fix the things we need to fix if we keep a population ignorant and stupid. 40 million functional illiterate adults works in the benefit of those who are in charge of this country. And this must be stopped. So thank you for letting me take a few minutes to say this before I head out into the Republican territory of California. And yeah, Flint is occupied. It has been occupied for a long time. But keep this up. Don't despair. Know that tens of millions are with you, and make this thing grow. Do not stop. Do not relent. answer is because we... Somebody shut up, because we live here.
That's true.
It's because the California corporations that are headquartered here in San Francisco, they call the shots for Sacramento. Why waste your time right now in Sacramento talking to the servants of their masters? You're here for the masters